someone, tell them how you feel. 'Cause tomorrow isn't promised, love is always honest. If you wanna find the real deal, relax your mind, just take it slow. No need to rush, just feel the flow. I want you now, no need to wait. Tell me, are you ready? Tell me.
Hello. To those of you who are here, like 3 people, how are we doing today? I'm sorry, I'm wrong. There's 5. Hello. I am still kind of setting up because I've annoyingly got to file a flight plan. TS is gonna be 100 knots. Yeah. We're gonna be flying from. Departure time is going to be about 16:30. Cruising altitude, say 7,000 feet will be enough, I think. Hey, I'm 74. I'll be kind of ignoring chat here real quick while I just put on a flight plan. We go. That. Oh. And we're going to DGAA. I don't need to file. Estimated flight time is something I can't really do at the moment. Ha 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 ha. I'll try to that. Send that flight plan. Alright, there we go. That's the flight plan sent to the Swift client. And now I just need to remember how to start this. Battery, alternator, fuel pump, rich mixture. Make sure the fuel pressure is coming up. It's not because I do not have a fuel tank selected. Fuel pressure's up. Pull back the transfer fuel pump now. Anti-collision light is on. Pitot heat can come on. Get those maxed. Fuel pump on, rich mix, starter engage. There we go. And I'm just gonna put my flight plan in here real quick. This plane is super loud and I apologize. Can I turn down the volume? Yes. Just get the master down. There we go. Need the shocks off. And yeah, other than that, everything's good. Hey, Kirk. So our flight plan is direct to AD. Direct to A C and then we go into D G A. Flight plan set. I'm gonna need to get my charts up here. Gonna need to get weather. Nuts. There we go. So pressure is 1008. All that good. Temperature 32, dew point 26, surface winds 21011, which means we'll be taking off from runway 21. No, I do need... No, I'll need those too. COM 1 needs to be set to 1228. COM 2 can be set to 121.5. And pressure test. It's all good. Okay. The annoying situation where I'm trying to figure out the plane as I'm doing this. I think we're good. Let's pull the mixture back a small... Oh, not that much. Back a small bit. Get the RPM. Where's our RPM? There it is. Get that up to 1,000. And take the parking brake off. Hello, Kirk. Put in a notch of flaps. This, by the way, is a Piper Warrior 2. It's not too different from a Cessna 172. Should really be taxiing... Oh, the taxiway Papa doesn't exist. Landing light can come on just for taxiing reasons. And we're on a roll. So I do have the internal light on, because it is a bit dark. It is still stormy. After the storm of yesterday, it is continuing. Set that to on. Our strobes are on. Everything's on. Fantastic. Not enough runway to take off from there, so we're going to backtrack a small bit. Don't need to backtrack much. Just need to backtrack to probably Charlie. They'll go to Foxtrot and spin around there just to allow for takeoff room. Hey, Arson. Just noticed my flight plan has a unneeded point. Perfect. I need to go. A D Abidjan. A C and we're programmed in now. Flight plan direct. AD. Gone past Foxtrot, so let's spin around. Spend a bit more time than I'd like. Faffing about there. Let's just get that set up. And mix can go full. Throttle full. Airspeed's live. And 60 knots. Let's get that nose up. Hold it about 70 knots. Hold it for 70 knots. Need to trim down. Flaps are up. Autopilot for some reason doesn't want to switch on, which means that I'm probably going to need to hand fly this. That's going to complicate matters. Abidjan VOR is 114.3. Which I'm flying towards now. Accurate is 113.1. Don't have distance measuring equipment on this, so we're gonna be making some best guesses. Trim all the way down, please. Way less down than that. Going through 2000. Let's just pull the mix back a bit. You're actually orbiting the VOR. So let's get spun around to the correct direction. Our heading is going to want to be about 090 maybe. Get all the way up to 7,000 feet. On course here. Don't want the plane to be pulling up as much as it is, or pulling down as much as it is. This is turbulence of the worst kind. Let's get the yoke visible so you can see what the hell I'm trying to do here. So you can actually see my inputs in real time. Try and deal with the issues the plane is having. Where's the trim wheel? Don't know if you guys can see that. I'm gonna hand fly this. Yeah, we're gonna screw it. We'll hand fly today. Now watch me struggle at hand flying. 4,000 feet. I just want to try and manage airspeed because the plane just wants to go. We're hitting some massive updrafts and that's not the best situation for this plane to be in. Taking a bit of holding. Yeah, this plane is not very happy with the weather. And coming through the cloud here is a dangerous prospect. So what I'm doing is I'm watching every instrument at once. And doing my best to keep this in relatively level flight. We got a bit of icing. Let's try and get up through this. We are on course. We've just got basically no ground speed. Almost at 7,000. I may have to go higher. Let's just go into the flight plan here and go direct to Accra. And accept that. Come on, little Piper, you can do it. You can climb up through these clouds. Draft. Keep it steady. Hey, Nate. And Welsh. Am I, bit busy. Going through 7.5 already, I might need to drop down to 4,000 feet and try and hold it there. We are actually, believe it or not, on course, despite all the work I'm putting in. This is where I come out of the cloud and realize I'm upside down. That's why I'm keeping an eye on my, there we go. So I was keeping an eye on all the instruments. Now we can start trimming her out. The trim on this is very sensitive. There we go. We've got something that closely resembles level flight going. Oh, on keyboard? Nope. I'm using a joystick. It's just that I need to be very... It's got very clicky buttons. I'm hitting them quite quickly and just tapping them, so it is resulting in kind of a keyboardy kind of noise. Oh my god, this thing just does not want to go level. No. Riff still going? Yeah, that's what I'm in. I explained today as opposed to Farm Sim. For those of you on Farm Sim, you'll have to wait until tomorrow. And I'm swapping Monday stream with today. Come on, 9,000 feet. If this cloud layer is much higher, this thing can only really go to 10. If these clouds go much higher, I'm gonna have to drop down to like 4,000 feet. We have to do a 24-hour stream. I'm fully aware. You're struggling big style. Yeah, I'll say VF made a mistake in the stream, in doing the stream the way that he did, because if I was him, I would have started on Saturday morning. Okay, I think we're out of the worst of it at 9,500 feet. Good grief. We're actually higher than 9,500, I've just realised, because QNH just said, whoa! No, 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 no. Yeah, QNH just set low. What in the hell is going on with this plane? It's alternating between really steep dives and really steep climbs. And that was a stall horn. Okay, can I level it out, please? I'd really like to level this plane out. If that is all possible, leveling out would be lovely. Okay, I think I'm regaining control. Yeah, I've got control now. So from what I heard, VF went to work yesterday and then started the stream afterwards. There we go. Where is the trim wheel on this? There it is. Obviously very sensitive to trim. Hey Brad! How you doing today, dude? What's the RPM looking like? Too high. Want to be about 2500, and I can trim for 2500 RPM. In theory. Or, you know, the plane could just go into this. Right, if this continues, I'm going to drop down to 4,000 feet. Because as it stands, we're at 11,000. I've got the fuel trimmed. It's just a case of getting the elevators now trimmed. And they seem to want to just lock and do their own thing. It's like I'm running around with the Boeing anti-stall. Yeah, it really is. It's like I'm running around with MCAS, like, going mental. The problem is, it's kicking me into an angle of attack that is just going to cause a stall. Like, it's kicked me vertical a couple of times here. Again with the huge downdraft. I might need to drop to 4,000. Okay, we're... No. See, the problem is the winds. Like, we are flying through a storm, so... It's not all that surprising that I am having some issues. I thought 7,000 or 8,000 to be fine, but nope. Plane has decided 11,000 is where it wants to vaguely get level. I'm more or less on course though, so... Not the worst thing in the world. It's giving me a chance to do some lengthy hand flying as well, so I mean... Two nice bonuses, and you can almost see every reaction of the plane as I'm doing this. If you just watch the instrument panel, you can see me jolting the plane around a bit. Hey, CD! Okay, so by default it wants to go nose down. Does she still want to go nose down, or is it just the trim? She does still want to go nose down. Okay. Now she wants to go nose up, so I got a bit too much trim the other way. Still a bit too much nose up. Does she want to fly level? Still nose up. Although I think that was an updraft. We need to turn to the right here, just get back on course. By rights, I should go up another couple 100 feet. So I think I will. Not that quickly! This is gonna be a tiring stream, I think. Let's try and hold it. 090 heading. At the very least. Heading. Wait, what's popped here? Okay, let's see how we're doing here. Well, the plane's jolting up and down like a mad thing, but it is kind of holding an altitude roughly. Okay, that's way too much up, way too much up, way too much up. Okay, it seems like... yeah, we got autopilot handling the heading, so now I can just worry about the actual vertical of it. No, MP, that's been moved to Monday, Woodshed. I've swapped these streams around just to let VF do his stream and not make me look like somebody who doesn't care about charity streams. Alright, the plane's kind of... nope, never mind. Kind of holding pitch now. Why must you do this to me, plane? There is no reason for you to go that... I'm not doing anything, the plane's just doing this by itself. Oh dear. It's mostly holding ahead. It's mostly holding steady. Mostly. Okay, that does it. I'm bringing it down to 4,000. That's about as much patience as I have for that nonsense. We're going to descend to 4,000 feet. If I can hold at 7, I'll be quite happy with that, but plan is now 4. So we're full idle. Let's put a bit of throttle in for oil pressure reasons. And we're descending through 9,500 feet. 9,000, that's a bit much of a dive. Okay, when I said it was a bit much of a dive, I didn't mean go up plane. Through 9,000. Try and keep it between 5 and 1,500. Downwards. More nose down required. And it looks like the autopilot's turned off. Ooh, hey! Don't need nav, just need heading. I wish the autopilot had trim authority. That would make my life a lot easier. Because as it stands, I'm just trimming this endlessly nose down. And I wonder if I just trim full nose down and just try to hold the plane like this. Okay, that's a bit too much nose down. Yeah, now I'm just going vertically down. How much authority does the elevator have here? Oh my god, look at the amount of trim that I've had to put in. Let's trim this back. Carburetor, I suspected increased throttle or add carb heat to prevent carb icing. So let's just blast any ice off the carb. We are going through icing, which would explain a few of the issues I've been having. Just got a half throttle. Going through 6,000 now. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm willing to level off here. Of course I say that and then we're like straight into a cloud. Yeah, I'm willing to call this... I'm willing to go back up to 7. So we'll just do a slow climb up to 7. And just see for any luck. Okay, slow is in feet per minute, not airspeed. Yeah, I think the plane can handle 7,000. Except for the whole, it randomly decides to go completely nose up thing. Hey, Adam Farmer. How you doing today, dude? Okay, how's the trim? Still nose down. How's the trim now? Once I can get the... Hardly still on nose down trim, are we? Bit nose up. think that's kind of the best we're gonna get. I say that and just the ridiculous nose-up attitude happens again. I'm going down to 4,000. This plane is manageable at 4,000, it's not manageable any higher. I'm frustrated with this plane, other than that good. Still got the windy tab open from yesterday, which is good. I want to see what the weather conditions are like along the coast here. According to the weather I've got here, the weather should clear up as we approach Accra. It's just first half of this journey is going to be hell. We're still coming through that one storm. Have we been descending at all? Because we're still at like 6,200. Stop that. Stop it. Stop going ridiculously nose up. That's a bit too much down now. For God's sake, will you stop it? It should clear up as we're passing by Cape Coast, but I don't know where we are currently. So I'm just going to move Project Fly. Stop with the ridiculous nose up. Just going to bring up Project Fly so I can have a look at the radar. Yeah, we're a bit out from Abidjan. Not as much as I'd like. But the weather does seem to be clearing up a small bit. I just want to nudge the heading bug a small bit east. A small bit that direction. I was heading east. Small bit north. Okay, it looks like we're starting to regain control over the plane. Hoping to be done with work in 30 minutes. Very nice. Again with the nose up. Stop it. Excuse me? Yeah, I think that was actually a trim issue there with the nose up. Can you please just level off, plane? I am begging you. I want to... Should have put back in the Fly with Lewis script that allows for full autopilot and everything. Then again, I think even that struggle with this. downdraft, run an updraft. Yeah, there just can't be that many drafts around here. It has to be a trim issue. I'm gonna try and hold 6-5. Feel free to ask me questions to get my mind off this insanity going on. It would be appreciated. Because all I'm doing is having an argument with an aircraft. You guys can see my inputs on the yoke there, that's why I've got it up. And not particularly agreeing with what I want to do. I'm having to constantly adjust. So what I'd really like to do, I'm gonna pause, explain for a second. Because what I really want to do is that loose or tight? Okay, that's hyper tight, so I want it all the way this way. I want my control as loose as it can be, so I can make small adjustments on the stick. There we go. Do you think I'll be coming to the US at any point? It's in the plans. Exclamation mark route to see the tour route. First up is Africa. Then we're going through the Middle East. Then up around Europe, through Northern Europe. Over to Asia. Down to Australia. And then over to Alaska via the edge of Russia, down the east coast of the US then to Hawaii, which is going to be a 737 leg. Oh, in IRL, probably not. Not anytime soon, anyway. Okay, I think we're starting to get into slightly better weather because the plane isn't being as aggressive with the uppy downies anymore. It's not being as aggressively thrown about. I can start worrying about what the trim is actually trying to do. I think I've got this perfectly trimmed, you know. It's just the weird up and down drafts are causing issues. Okay, I want to get back up to as close to 7 as I can get. So just going to climb here. Relatively shallow climb. Up to 7,000 feet. Bit more throttle in. Just to manage the rate of climb. Right, the plane's now back more or less under control. But I do need to be wary of the clouds, still. I don't see myself coming to the US anytime soon in real life just because I don't have the money to. Like, I checked my AdSense, well, not my AdSense, but my YouTube estimates yesterday, and it's not looking like I'm actually going to get paid next month. The ad revenue and income from YouTube has been very low this month, so that's Never a good thing. This is a very vloggy kind of bit of music. It seems like I've got a bit too much nose down pitch. Yeah, let's trim nose up a bit. Perfect. And for the first time since we've taken off, I can actually take my hands off the controls. Would I if I could? Oh, absolutely. I'd love to go to like Florida and New York and see the sights. Yeah, you so. So all autopilot is doing for me is holding my heading. That's literally it. Everything else is all me. And I am really, really glad to have finally got this plane trimmed out to actually handle. So while we're climbing, I can finally give you a look at this plane. Gear is fixed, wings are fixed, and technically this is a plane owned by, it's not on this side, it's on the other side, owned by Meteo France. Foxtrot Golf Echo Delta Oscar, or FGIDO. Single engine prop with Giganto tail. And yeah, look at that nose up. Look at that nose up trim I've got. That's quite a lot of trim. Let's get this leveled off now. Should still be trimmed to just hold that attitude, or was it trimmed for 500 feet per minute nose up? Nope, tad too much nose down. There's an attitude hold trim. Now what I can do to make it a bit easier is just pull back the throttle a small bit. And it'll need a small bit more nose up trim. Not too much. Just enough that it will hold altitude here. Tiny bit more nose up. Perfect. There we go. So here's a question. I know that this tour is planned for like mainly general aviation planes, very small aircraft. But what kind of planes would you like to see me fly throughout this? Because I can throw in jets and stuff as the leg suits. Hey Ryan, you've missed me having an argument with this plane for what, 20 minutes? Probably half an hour or more. But now we're finally in a good cruise. About an hour and a half away from our first destination. Now I'm going to do just all the legs today. The other three will be in good weather, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Unfortunately, where we were was just bad timing and bad luck to have. Storms in Abidjan. In and around Abidjan. You just pitch up a tiny bit, thank you. And needs a tiniest bit more nose up attitude in the trim wheel. There we go. Now it still wants to pitch down a bit. Now, do you want to hold that attitude, or do you want to go nose up? Yeah, you'll hold that. So I can, like, throw... money permitting, of course. I can get more and more planes, so that pretty much every leg has a different plane. There is a limit. There's only so many planes available for X-Plane. But I have been looking at a few. And I'm kind of curious if you guys prefer to see like small prop planes like this, or kind of small jets like the Cirrus jet I flew yesterday, or let's say twin engine planes like a Beech Baron, King Air, something like that. Or maybe something bigger like the Challenger, or something properly big like a Boeing 737. The 737 would be comically terrible on most of these legs, however. Yeah, I'm kind of curious what kind of planes you guys would like to see me fly. Hey, Nick. Because I personally love flying the Cessna 172 myself. That is my favorite plane to fly in X-Plane. I don't do it much on the tour because it is hella slow. And there's the outside temperature. Aha. It's saying it's 20 degrees. Somehow I doubt that. Can I fly Air Force One? Air Force One is a Boeing... Well, Air Force One really depends on what plane has the president on it. There is technically a Boeing 737 Air Force One. By the way, this is the cabin of the Warrior. We've got 3 passenger seats. AC-130. I do have not an AC-130, but I do have a C-130 without the guns. So I could definitely fly that. I am planning on a few legs in a DC-3. There's 1, 2... I'm planning the leg to Yellowknife in Alaska being in a DC-3, a Buffalo Airways DC-3, then throwing in an extra leg to Hay River, just to do a single Buffalo Airways real-world op. I'm also kind of hoping... You might notice if you look through the route, no guns, no fun. There's no guns actually available on the C-130s, believe it or not. I'm also planning to use something interesting, and I'm not sure what, to fly into Oshkosh. Which, at present, the plan is a DC-3. But that could change to a Spitfire or something like that. Spitfire is painfully bad to fly, painfully difficult. But I could definitely fly that in. I could fly a DC-3. I could fly just a Cessna. I could get myself a yeah, something I could find something interesting to fly, and not the Kalamata Concorde, because that is, oh my god, I've seen real world pilots try that and get dying instantly. So Kalamata Concorde is out of the question for now. Got some interesting land down there. What happens if I put in... excuse me, what? There's a manipulator there, and I'm not sure what for. An old DC-3, that'd be nice to see. June 6th, I'll be doing a DC-3 flight. Just the one. It's going to take about 2 hours, and it's going to be a bonus stream. But it is going to be from Duxford Aerodrome, which used to be an air base during World War II, and it's going to be over to Normandy. And the reason behind that is June 6th is the 75th anniversary of D-Day. Now, I have a US Air Force skin, your livery for the T3. I have a flight plan, which is going to be VOR to VOR. because the DC-3, it technically does have a Garmin G1000 or G450 or something like that. It's got a GPS that I could use, but I feel like it'd be a bit more authentic going VOR to VOR with it and doing a bit of VFR. But yeah, I'm quietly confident now that we're not going to run into many more issues throughout this stream. It's going to be a bit more uneventful than the initial segment. I can't open this. Oh no, it won't let me. Good on you, Just Flight. Too many planes today to open the window and flight. Wait a second, what's this? Carb heat. Let's turn the carb heat on, which I should have done a while back. Avionics power is on, fan is on. These are heat. See, I've not flown this plane much, it's only got 2 hours on it. Ooh. 1131. This does have an ADF. Or not an ADF, but a DME. Fantastic. So once that kicks in, we will know exactly how far we are away. Still got 147 nautical miles to go, an hour 22-ish at this current speed, which I could, in theory, just nudge up a small bit. If I get this on GPS mode, I can then change this to nav and remove the heading. Heading nav works too, I guess. With the increased throttle here, I'll just need a small bit more nose down pitch, or nose down trim, and we're trimmed out. Kind of. Mostly. There we go. Trimmed out? No. Tiny bit more nose down. Yeah, it's a pitch hold. No, it's not. Okay, a bit more nose down. Not that much nose down, potentially. Yeah, not that much, but a bit more nose up. Not that much. Hang on, wasn't this song on the radio not too long ago? Right, so have you signed real artists? No. I say real artists, I mean radio artists, of course. Apologies if you're somebody who has songs on Pretzel and you thought that I'd insulted you there for a minute. Okay, I'm quite happy with that trim there. Just pull the mix back. Lean it out to 2500 RPM. Perfect. And I need to swap the tank to Why is the left main tank emptying when I've been using the right main? Turn off the fuel pump. I guess we'll keep it on the right tank. What views does this thing have? 1. Useful. This is what the floor looks like in this plane. 2 is for trim. 3 is that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is a really nice view. Is there a 0? Oh, there's a 0. Let's go with this view for a bit. Quite happy that everything's under control. So just watch the plane coming through the clouds. So how are your guys' weekends doing? Y'all having a nice weekend? Up to anything fun? Planning on anything fun? Anybody got any cool flights planned and flights in? Got anything cool planned for games this weekend at all? Or is it just going to be kind of general samey Saturday Sunday nonsense? Plane's going into a dive. How long has that been going on? That's really weird. At level it wants to go nose down, but as soon as I get it above level it wants to go nose up. I'll just hold that attitude there. It's looking like we're coming through a small patch of turbulence here. Little Kai's keeping me on my toes. Exactly, yeah. Give me a headache. I like it. Can I bring the exhaust gas temperature down, please? Thank you. And immediately it goes into that same dive. I wonder is it something to do with mix? Now it's in a climb. What are you trying to do to me, plane? Are you trying to give me a headache? Just stay level, please. There you go. Now, I see you wanting to go nose down, and I'm not allowing it. You're on the server having fun. Very nice cart. I'll be on the server tomorrow and Monday. I just figured with everything going on that it would be better for me to just swap game plans around for today. Swap fuel tanks. I can't open the door during flight, can I? Oh, bloody hell I can. Why can you open the door? Like, it won't let you open the window, but you want to open the door? Go right ahead. There we go, steady at 6,000 now. 107 knots ground speed, about an hour away from Accra. Let's see what approaches are available in Accra. Delta Golf Alpha Alpha. Approaches 2-1 and 2 RNAVs, which I won't be using. So I'm hoping for 2-1 approach. And I'll be getting one. Are you serious, Active Sky? Active Sky is saying... Active Sky is saying that there's going to be a thunderstorm in Accra. So ILS-21 is going to be 1099. That tuned in. 109.9. Not going to need that for a little while. And it's looking like I can just come out of the Accra VOR at a 038 radial. I will manually fly this, so 03567 radial out. And 9 miles out, make a 180, well, yeah, a bit more than a 180 degree turn to fly back in on the, probably the 0 radial of, entitled to probably be the 206 radial of the ILS. What I'll do is I'll just tune nav2 into the ILS as well. 109.90. And ident. Altitude's dropping again. Not enough for me to be concerned about. It's dropping about 10 feet per minute. Like it's going to bobble around up and down here. So as long as it's mostly on 0, as long as this doesn't start moving too much. See, we're going up slightly now. I'm quite happy that we're in level flight. Quite happy indeed. Just want to check that that's aligned. It was not. Heading in nav2. I'm gonna set actually nav2 to the 038 radial. Let's see as this sounds. And I'm gonna set nav1 to the 206 inbound. Okay. So it'll be 206. There's 21. There's the 206 radial inbound. I think. Probably got that backwards. I got a 50-50 chance of that being correct. Let's actually... I was just killed it, but let's get Avitab back up and show you where exactly we are. We're coming over... Prestea now in a minute. Or Presti. One of the two. And are we inside Ghanaian airspace? Yes, we are. That black line going down there is the border. Flew out of Abidjan. We've been following a mostly straight line. From Abidjan out, we're about probably about halfway there now. Flying into Accra, and the airport is Tsubasi. Zoom in on Accra itself. Airport should be... Wait, it's not actually in Accra, is it? Let's just get Sky Vector open again. That is actually a completely useless map. Now the airport should be nearby to Accra. It should be fairly visible. It'll definitely be visible at this distance. Where is the airport? It's not that. It's not in Lome. It's not in Cape Coast. It's somewhere over here. Give up and getting explain. You think it'd be too much for your OPC to handle at the moment? 1174, have you tried the demo? If you want to give explain a try without running the risk of, you know, wasting money and whatnot, give the explain demo a try. $110 miles out, we're about an hour out from our next waypoint now. And I must say, this little Piper Archer Warrior is really nice. The Warrior 2. As annoying as it is to stabilize, once it is stable, it just flies beautifully. You're very surprised at the struggle bus? What do you mean by the struggle bus? The Cessna 172? Because I feel the X-plane physics and flight models really nice. I know there's people who prefer P3D, but for me it's X-plane all the way. I don't like the idea of paying your PC. Well, I mean, if it worked reasonably well, then you could definitely get it and do like short hops in like a Cessna 172. Don't get something like Zebo, which my PC struggles with Zebo as it is. Gonna get a bit of turbulence from these mountains up here. But on which side? Train radar, radar window. On this side of the mountains, we got a 4-knot headwind. And I would have anticipated being blown downwards by the turbulence. Interesting. In fact, I have the terrain radar turned off. Set the range to 80 miles. Yeah, we're well above these mountains. There's the there's the downdraft for the from the mountains I was expecting. Don't want to stress it too much until you can afford another. That's a fair thing to do. So we're well above these mountains, but the air is being blown up over them, which gives us a bit of a downdraft. Set course 008. No, 088. And this cruise is going to continue for a while. So make sure that you are good and comfy. Is that... Good lord, Amsterdam deliveries online. I never see Amsterdam delivery, and... oh yeah, there's the Ibiza opening day party event going on. See who else is flying into Accra at the moment. We have a Beach 200 King Air flying in from Kumasi. And is it the Havende D flying into Lome currently? But there's a Beach 200 flying from Kumasi, which is also in Ghana, to Accra. Nice to see somebody else flying in. Hey, Greek dude! I've been assured isn't offended by me calling him Greek dude. I'm hoping to stop your AMD Atlanta next month or so, see if it'll be any better. Yeah, I'm hoping to do the same at my 980 for the 2070 RTX. Depending on a lot of factors, unfortunately. Primarily financial, which I hate. I wish I had infinite money. So once we're on the ILS, these will start lighting up the approach, outer, and middle markers. But that won't be for a little while yet. We all wish to have infinite money. Yeah. Very true. We should be getting the 100 miles out, we should be getting the Accra VOR active. What is the range on this VOR, does it say? Accra weather station 1816. Oh, sorry, 1600 Zulu 19012 9999 few 30 Q Nimbus 3124 Q 1009 no sig 18121918 18015 9999 Pew 2000. Oh, this is the full weather. Ooh. 1900 1902 27008 broken 10 prob 40 1906 1909 8000 becoming 1911 1913 19014 scatter 25. Okay, so that's telling me is the storm is beginning to clear up. Is this a storm? Yes. It's a quite large one. If you go on to windy.com, you can actually see the extent of this storm. Where we currently are is... let's have a look at Avitab. Yeah, we're coming over Tarqua, and we're just kind of in between two miniature cells of the storm currently. Once we get through this next patch up here, there will be visible storms still, and it looks like we're just under the worst of the clouds. There'll be visible storms still, but no rain. Yeah, we're actually flying through some thunderstorms. Cloud cover is going to be near 100%, no doubt. Cloud base in Accra is seemingly quite high. Low clouds 0%. Clouds around Accra 23%. So yeah, there's... I've ever crashed many times. Many times. Usually when testing stuff. We have descended a small bit, but not enough that I'm going to worry about it too much. Continuing on 2500 RPM. 108 ground speed. Just under an hour until we get to Accra. And if we're really, really lucky, we might get some ATC, which I will talk to today. Let's just put a small bit of nose-up trim in. That little tap, that single little click that you heard, is that much trim. Makes that much of a difference. Back into the the CB clouds, should be fine. Small bit of turbulence, nothing major though. And yeah, this is your bog standard instrument meteorological conditions. You do not want to be trying to fly visual around here on a day like today. Hello, Alexander. How are you today? How's it going, dude? Like you can see the ground, but not much of it. So I'm definitely more comfortable going IFR. How am I? I'm good. We're planning 3 flights today. This is the longest of them by far. Like by... When I say by far, like this is a 418 kilometer leg. The next leg is 169 and the leg after is 127. So this one leg that we're on now is longer than the 2 legs to follow. Combined. So this is the long and boring bit of the stream, I guess. I'm not sure how to describe it fully. Having another go at the demo? Yeah, it's definitely worth trying if you're interested in flight sims and you want to get into one right now. Your choices are basically, in terms of super highly well supported ones, it's X-Plane or Prepare 3D. X-Plane for me wins out because it's cheaper straight off the bat. It costs a lot less than P3D. And straight out the box, without any extra money required, you get quite stunning visuals. Is this the disco plane? Bit boring if it is. Lighter. No, that's what happens. So if I turn off that, it stops. That's the strobe light lighting up the cloud. So I'll just keep the strobes off until we're out of the clouds here. How am I today? I'm doing good. How are you? How are you doing today, Kevin? We're on the long leg of today's stream. This is the long sector. Once we land, we'll be just making up another flight plan. There'll probably just be if I just look here, yeah, I can just go direct pretty much, and then to Cotonou, it's again direct. What surprised me while planning out this tour, while there's some buffering going on apparently and I can't fix that, I'm afraid. What surprised me when I was planning out the tour route, which if I just put into chat for you guys, if Nightbot wants to put that in, that'd be really appreciated. there we go. If you look at the map, there are a few countries that I didn't know the capital wasn't what I'd expected. For example, Ivory Coast technically has 3 capitals. You've got Abidjan, which is kind of the well-known one. You've got Yamoussoukro, which is where I kind of initially planned, and you also have, I think it's Korhogo is a capital as well. In Ghana, you've got Accra. That's just the blatant capital. I've known that for years. But you also have Kumasi, which is a quite large city. In Togo, it is Lomé. In Benin, it's Porto Novo. In Nigeria, it's not Lagos. Like, everybody kind of thinks, and I thought so too, that the capital of Nigeria was Lagos. But no, it's Abuja. So that's a really interesting thing, and the capital of Equatorial Guinea is on an island that sits in between Nigeria and Cameroon. So if you look through the route, there's no stop on the mainland of Equatorial Guinea because their capital's on an island. And yeah, most of the capitals make sense, but then you get to the US and the state capitals make no sense whatsoever. Like, the capital of Colorado is Denver, which is the biggest city. I'm trying to think of one that doesn't make sense whatsoever. Minnesota being Minneapolis, fine. Yeah, Wisconsin. The capital of Wisconsin isn't Milwaukee, which you'd think. It's Madison. The capital of Illinois isn't Chicago, it's Springfield. The capital of New York, which I found the funniest, isn't New York. The capital city of New York is Albany. So some of the stops were kind of for me a touch unexpected as I went through the routing and the planning and what cities to stop at and what ones not to stop at. There are a couple that I don't technically need to stop at, like Antarctica and Princess Juliana International, but I want to fly a 747 into Princess Juliana, which I can incorporate into the route quite nicely without having to do a long haul, and I kind of just wanted to go to Antarctica. I thought it'd be kind of funny if I went to all 7 continents instead of just the inhabited ones. So we'll be landing on, I think it's an ice or dirt strip in Antarctica, which should be vaguely interesting. We're getting a bit of airspeed or a bit of ground speed here, which is nice. So this plane comically is about as fast as a Cessna 172. It's, I think, a small bit more powerful, but it's low wing, which means it generates its lift in a slightly different way. Gives you about the same airspeed, and the construction overall is just a touch different. Like in a Cessna 172, it's high wing, so you can basically afford to have 2 doors, and this is just the 1 door over on that side, and you gotta walk up the wing to get in. In the 172, you can just get in. No climbing over wings required. Light on after engine start requires immediate investigation. Oh good, I didn't break the starter. Let's get the red light on here, just to illuminate red things. Airspeed's good, pitch is good, altitude's good, yep. That's good, that's good. That's telling us what direction we're flying in. Level and coordinated. Let's check these instruments real quick. Yeah, I need to swap to the, I guess, the left engine. Or left tank, because that's been draining the... Sending it on right has been draining the left tank, so if I set the left tank, it should drain the right tank. Oil pressure's good, oil temperature's good, fuel pressure's good. Fuel flow is not an instrument, I don't think. Gyro suction's good. And we have our DME, distance measuring equipment, has come alive. We are 86.8 nautical miles away from Accra. Going at about 107 knots ground speed. So you can see about 49 minutes out from there. Just want to test these. Oh wow, that's a really pathetic beep. Okay, so it's linked to that noise. Good to know. There's not a whole lot I can do right now. I can, however, turn that back on, and that needs to be... That should have been off for a while. Whoops. Peter, he needs to stay on. Collision light needs to stay on. Those two are fine. Instrument lighting is, I would argue, fine. So yeah, we're fine to continue. Oh, for the love of God. Come on off again, anti-collision light. Like, I literally just turned it on and we're through cloud, and then I turned it off and we go out of the cloud. Thank you, X-Plane. Thanks. Yeah, let's do something over here real quick. I get the feeling we're going to need this later. For maximum viz on. And extreme. Good. That's good. Just want to double check that Swift client is still giving my position correctly. Yes, it is. Somebody flying to Liberia. Two people flying to Monrovia. One from... That looks... from Morocco. One from Lagos, Nigeria. Some interesting flights going on in Vatsim today, and... Yeah, Ibiza's just mentally crowded because they're running an event. And wow, I've never seen these guys online. Southeast Asia is online. What I'm going to do after the stream, by the way, is I'm going to plan a flight in the US to get some ATC exposure and experience. Tried it last night and had a hardware issue. Which I can't currently test for. Please tell me that's now draining from the right tank. It should be. Just want to verify that. Okay, so that's not. Oddly enough, the. Oh, I see what the problem is. HPM 3.1, yeah. And then if I put in a heading of 088, this should. You're perfectly aligned. Perfect. So I can actually go to that. And we're now going to fly VOR only. I'm going to fly radio nav. Just because I can. And oh, for goodness sake. Joy Flying Radio Nav this is now redundant. I can reset that and I won't do anything. If I'm flying GPS, if the gyro is off, the entire route will be off. Whereas if I'm flying radio nav, which I'm flying the 090270 radial, the near 090 radial into Accra, this is just going to follow this, and it's going to automatically offset for any crosswinds, which you can actually see is happening on the GPS module here. The Garmin 530. It says X-Plane, but it's a Garmin 530. We're doing FS19 tomorrow, yes. Can do too. What's happened is kind of without any announcement, and I do apologize for that. I swapped today's stream with Monday's stream. So, I'll be doing multiplayer tomorrow and Monday. And the primary reason behind that was just so that I don't conflict with VF's stream. I didn't want to have people coming in shouting at me that, oh, VF's doing a charity stream, why are you streaming Farms and multiplayer as well? Like, I didn't want that headache. And on a more, I guess a more selfish note, I've had more than enough drama so far this year to do me for the entire year, so I just decided to do the most innocuous thing and play some X-Plane instead. Because while it's less popular as a game on the channel, number one, I prefer it. Much prefer playing X-Plane to Farm Sim. It's much more enjoyable for me. And number two, it just stops. It prevents drama, prevents nonsense. So it's a much more enjoyable experience overall for me. As we come through another cloud, hooray! More clouds. Cote would be happy. They would be blessing all of these rains down in Africa. I'm trying to decide if these are technically meme legs because there is rain down in Africa. It's hard to decide. If somebody wants to start listening to Toto's Africa on a loop, feel free. I will not be responsible for any insanity caused by listening to Toto's Africa on a loop. But you're more than welcome to. Set that so the trim's correct. There we go. I'm liking the 3D sound. Like if I'm pointing to this direction, I'm going to turn this up a bit. If I'm pointing in this direction, you can hear the big bass of the engine. If I turn around, it becomes a lot more tinny. I do approve of that. And we better now be draining the right fuel tank. Because I'm slightly concerned about the left main. We will need to pick up more fuel in Accra. But after that we should be fine to continue the rest of the way. And I didn't want to test one out. Technically this is... Okay, so this is technically a bit of a lie. It says no mode Charlie, which means I can't squawk TARA, which is the way that that VATSIM has like all transponders working. That's technically not true. This does have mode Charlie, and it's when you set it to Alt. VATSIM picks it up as TARA. I do believe that that's what my client is currently doing. Yes, it's picking that up as mode Charlie. So we're still 39 minutes. I'm wondering if it's worth me just leaving the other 2 legs today and just doing this one. And coming back in something a bit similar to this. Not the same plane, but something similar like... I haven't flown the Robin yet in this tour, I don't think. So I think we might do the Aerobasque Robin for the next 2 legs. And then swap into something more powerful. I'm not sure what. Hopefully by the time I've got the next 2 legs done next Friday, I will know where I stand with regards to the 2070. And if it's a good standing, then I can get myself something nice from the Explain store. Something like... something like a Diamond DA-62 or a Diamond 40 or 42 Twin Star, or maybe even a PC-12. Or anything go from the Havilland here? DC-3 Otter, DH-3 Otter would be kind of fun. Twin Otter would be really fun, but wouldn't really fit this. Could get a Grumman Goose. Be really silly about it, but I'm thinking like a Cessna Centurion, which isn't much faster than a 172, but is a bit more interesting. Cessna Cardinal would be another option. I'm just kind of looking at smallish planes. Cessna 152 would be really fun, but that's actually slower than the 172. They're in Beechcraft. I'd love to get a Bonanza. That's kind of one of the planes that I need to fly through this tour. King Air 350 is tempting, but it's very expensive. The Duchess 76 is also quite tempting. But there's a few planes that I'm tempted by to get off the store, the Explain store, and not 100% sure if I should or not. It's all going to come down to, as always, money. And whether I have that available. There is an airport over there, I think. No, that's a lake. In terms of where are we right now, because I'm kind of curious myself. We are just north of Cape Coast, so that over there then is Cape Coast. Flying towards Accra. And I think what I'll do is I'll do the Accra Lome flight today, and then we'll get into a turboprop and do Lome to Cotonou to Abuja next time, so on Friday. If you're enjoying this stream, by the way, you can hit the like button. We got 6 people. The one person who hasn't liked the stream yet, please do, because we got 6 viewers and 5 likes. And if you're a new viewer, feel free... Oh, now we got 5 and 5, that's fine. Whoever didn't like it got hideously offended. Oh, no. Okay, that's fine. And if you're a new viewer, then feel free to subscribe as well. The channel is primarily Farm Sim, and there's been like 4 or 5 unsubs today. Which, I love YouTube. I just keep bobbling around the same numbers forever. And yeah, feel free to chat as well. Don't feel like you have to lurk and chat. It makes the stream a lot more enjoyable for me to have people talking about whatever they want to talk about in chat. It doesn't have to be planes. I just ask that it's not Farm Sim, please, because I play this to get away from Farm Sim. But yeah, you guys can bring up whatever the hell subjects you like. So yeah, we got time to waste here. We got time to burn. And after this leg, this is going to be a really rewarding landing because it's been basically a 2-hour leg. And I was not really expecting that, but when I did the flight plan in Sky Vector, I realized that it was going to take 2 hours. And by that time I was already streaming. Busy downloading the demo, 7 minutes left. Very nice. What is in the demo, actually? Because I never played the demo. I just straight up bought X-Plane because I knew I'd like it. What does the demo entail? Is it time limited but you can fly anywhere? Is it space limited and that you can only fly around a certain area? Like, are there limitations on what planes you can fly? Because that's something that's always kind of escaped me because I'd never played the demo. I think I've also talked Simulate into buying X-Plane, by the way, because he's waiting now for the Steam sale that's apparently upcoming, and if X-Plane is on sale through that, he's probably going to get it himself, and I'm going to force him on to like VATSIM and stuff to do some flying with me in probably Cessnas or something. Looks like a cool game. Last time I watched me, I was playing PCARS 2, you ended up getting it. Andy, this is a... I'm trying to find the best way to explain X-Plane. It's not a mile-a-minute excitement, as you may have noticed, but I find it very enjoyable and very relaxing. It's nice to just be in a cruise. That's about 50 minutes. I mean, there's no game to it. 1174. It's a simulator. The 15 minutes was for you to figure out if you like the flight model or not, I guess. Or the detail work put into the ground. I mean, most, if not all of that is, most of that is just a PNG on the ground. It's a chill game, yeah. And if you find this like boring because it's only a 2-hour cruise, bear in mind that I've done 8-hour cruises in a Cessna 172 before. And that was with a full autopilot on, not one that occasionally just decides to slam you into the ground because it doesn't have pitch authority. Oh, for the love of God, why? I saw that. Oh, we're gonna have fun. I still play PCARS 2. I've kind of, I don't want to say lost interest, but I've not been... I've not had the same level of interest in sim racing as I did a few months ago. Like, I left my iRacing subscriptions expire because I just wasn't on it that much. I got back into flight sims big time. And I've not played Project Cars 2 in a couple of months. But please, game, please, why? Why must the weather be this evil? Let's put in local altimeter to Cote, which is 1009. And so that's 1010, but then it's 1009. And half an hour's time we should see the airport. We do have rain outside, but nope, that was just a blip of weather being weather. I will admit though, this kind of flight gets, like, there's some lovely views. I'm loving the kind of sunset experience here. If I turn off this light, the cabin should still be quite... yeah, it's still quite red. This light does nothing to the redness of the cabin because that's the sunset doing it. Off over... Stop with the lightning. Off over there. And I'll be honest, it'll probably be quite dark by the time we're landing in Cote. What the hell is this weird triangle? It's some houses. Some very, very flat houses. Because the LODs are what's loading. Oh, for the love of... Oh, here we go again with the silliness. Right, come on. Get down. Stayed. No, not that down. So here comes half an hour of me fighting with the plane again. After being all lovely and trimmed out, the plane or the weather decides to be mean to me again. That's full nose down pitch and it's just not doing anything. Like, this is really quite difficult to hold. Come on. No, down. Down, boy. Come on. Just be nice to me, please. Just hold that pitch. Hold... no. Not that pitch. No. No, no. Just hold a nice steady pitch at about 7,000 feet would be nice. We planned for 7,000. Let's get it back down to 7,000. This is quite bad turbulence. That's full nose down pitch and it's doing nothing. There we go, it's caught. And I think, yeah, it's disconnected the autopilot, so we're now in full manual control of the plane. Oh, oh no. It's stall, stall. Come on. Come on. This is full nose down and the plane is just not doing anything near what I want. Come on, bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Nose up, nose up, nose up. Just hold it steady. Nice weather, yeah. Whew. That was some weather. Come on. Nose down. Nose down. Nose down, please. Don't stall. Bit more down. Bit up. Getting good at this flying lurk. Hey, how do you know the way you said you struggle to fly? Do you reckon you could fly in this? Down. Get down. No, no, no. We've gone vertical. We've actually gone vertical. Okay, hold the nose down, full throttle, and pull out of the stall. And that's not good. That's not good at all. Our artificial horizon is gone. So I'm gonna work off the DME. Artificial horizon is flying the wrong way. Hello, Aiden. We're having some fun with the weather today. As you can see, this is apparently straight and level flight. Down. Okay, level it out as well as I can. Come on. You noticed, yes. I'll put it this way, the weather's so lovely that we went inverted slightly. Okay, we are now on course-ish. Come on. Down. Not that down, not that down, not that down. Not that up. I don't know which way is forward, so I'm just going to use the turn coordinator here and try to fly level. Artificial horizon is temporarily useless. I hope it's temporary. I'm not going to try and go re-inverting myself to try and fix that. Come on. Should probably disconnect from VATSIM in this weather, to be quite honest. Come on, we've broken out of the clouds. That doesn't mean the troubles are over, that just means I know where the horizon. Never mind! Artificial horizons start to come back. I think I'm flying in the right direction. Down. Not that down, not that down, not that down. I am struggling. I think this is what you'd call severe turbulence. Because I've completely lost control of the airplane. Come on. Come on, don't crash. Don't go that far up. Hey DMF, you've joined us at a fun time. Stalling. I think we're stalled. We're almost definitely stalled. Now we're going down again. I think we're inverted. Come on. Come on. Okay. I had control there briefly. Come on. Come on. Try and get this down. To altitude, this makes sense. Come on. Pull up. No, I think we're toast. I have no control over the plane whatsoever. I think we're probably inverted. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. Whoa. Which direction do we need to turn here? This direction. I'm just gonna keep full throttle and hope for the best here. Plane's wanting to climb, I'm wanting it to not. And we should be... Yeah, this is the course I want to follow. If you guys ever want to see me at the absolute limits of my abilities, there we are. Because this is... really difficult. I don't think there's an autopilot in the world that can handle this. So, I am going to apologize if I'm very quiet for the remainder of this flight. But, with the severe weather that I'm idiotically flying through, is the best I can do. I'll do my best to read chat if I can, but it'll be quick glimpses and desperately trying not to die. Come on. Pitch down, pitch down, pitch down. Not that much down. Oh, I've lost control again. Got borderline control over the plane. That is severe turbulence. Okay, we're bringing it down to 3,000. Gonna bring it all the way back. Down to 3,000. Can level it off at 3. Level it off at 3. Just let the speed bleed off nicely. we will just try to stay on course here. Flying a bit slower than I'd like, but slower means we're gonna just want to drop altitude instead of pick it up. Yes, by any chance at DMF. Yes, I am in Africa. This is basically a hurricane I'm flying through, or it feels like it. This is, I think, some of the most severe weather that Active Sky has given me. Lieutenant Carr, hello. Just a little informational for you real quick. I might be quiet. This isn't gonna be a normal rest of the stream, because I am flying through a thunderstorm that I definitely should not be. Down. Stay down. My Irish, yes. Means I should be better with handling weather in X-Plane, but I'm not. I am, for the benefit of those of you watching, hand flying this. Hey, Brian. Balance of times, dropping 500 feet, Captain was scared. You missed me completely stall this out, DMF. Multiple times, I went inverted. Artificial Horizon's starting to come back now, at least. Let's get the fuel pump on, the landing light on, just so that I got a bit of visibility. If I get too close to the ground, I'll know it. There, sorry, very nice. X-Plane, I'll be honest, isn't the main game on the channel. I wish it was, but it's not. The main game on the channel is Farming Simulator. We are closing in here on destination. I think this is the first time I've done this a few times. This is the first time in a while I've done pure instrument, raw data flying like this. And it's a bit of a struggle. Need to turn left, please. Am I flying through Ireland in July? This is over, over Ghana right now. If you look up like Windy Maps or whatever weather website you like, and look up Ghana, Ivory Coast, Ghana, kind of the general Abidjan to Accra area, this is the kind of weather that is there. It's making life interesting. Artificial Horizon's nearly back now, at least. So I'm hoping I can coordinate this plane to something vaguely resembling normal flight. Come on. Come on, 28 miles to go. Don't go into that ridiculous pitch. Please. Please stop this, please stop this, please stop this. We're coming into some clouds. Get down, get down, get down. Come on. I am fighting this plane for every inch of forward momentum. Come on. Yeah, I think I'm only gonna do this one leg today because I don't think I'm gonna be mentally capable to do a takeoff from Accra, never mind actually flying another leg after this. Not in a plane this small. Down, please, come on. Be nice. Be nice to me, come on. Down, 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 down. Stay down. Start pitching those down with the trim. Okay. don't mind pulling back. We're mostly on course here. Let's put a bit of upwards trim in. We estimated 850 euros? Fair play to him. What charity is he doing it for? Out of curiosity, because I haven't, to be honest, I haven't been paying attention at all. What charity is he doing it for? Get down, please. Come on. Down, 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 down. Yes, 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 yes. You go check. Yeah, please do. I hope in the nicest possible way that it's a charity that I would also support. No, 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 stay down. Stay low, please. This flight plan was for 7,000 feet. I'm struggling to keep it at 3,000. Get down. Artificial horizon is now back. That's good. Let's pull back on the power a small bit, see if we can't manage like that. Gonna need to just go full mix. There we go. This is why I love X-Plane, is sometimes you just get interesting weather. And by interesting, I mean murderous. So I'd like to apologize for statements I made earlier in the stream calling this plane garbage, because in fact it was the weather making it do those really weird and wonky pitches that it was deciding to do. Come on, get this thing back on course, please. Special effects. Is made 989. That is awesome. What? I've never heard of that charity before, special effects. So I'll need to do some looking up. Come on. Come on, just stay stable, please, for 2 minutes. I want some Coke. If ever you guys wanted to see me in full struggle bus mode, this is it. Because I feel like I'm very close to the ground, even though the altimeter is saying 3,000. No, 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 don't go vertical. There we go. 1,000. Sweet. Come on. Okay, we're actually not close to the ground. That lightning strike was perfectly timed. They gave me a better idea of where exactly we are vertically. So we're going to be attempting to land on runway 21, but possibly landing somewhere vaguely near it. If this is a dumb idea. If I go... Yes, this was a dumb idea because I've gone into a stall. Oh no. We went slightly inverted there. Come on. And the artificial horizon's gone again. And we're flying in the wrong direction now. We just did a half Cuban by mistake. Procedures. Arrival. Okay, oh no! Not again! Down, 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 and hold. Oh, that's way too fast down. Just hold that for a minute, please. That's all I ask. ILS 21. Enter. Acro 1. Enter. Activate. Oh, that's... direct to course intercept. Activate leg. Come on. Where am I with regards to that? It's over there. Let's get the ILS tuned in. Hey, Rupert. Yeah, this is gonna be the only leg of the day. I can't see myself taking off again today. I shouldn't have done this leg. In hindsight, I should have figured out something else to do instead. Because this plane is not strong enough for this. Come on. No, no, up, 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 up. Okay. We're vaguely steady. Not the easiest game in the world, is it? No. I mean, it's a simulator. And we're on kind of a downwind here, so we are flying with a tailwind, which is in theory a tailwind. 190. Yeah, we're flying with a tail. No, 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 no. That was a stall. Let's get the power all the way up. So we're gonna come in for a very high energy landing. This is not gonna be butter. Because this is full pitch down and the plane is just wanting to climb. Okay, down, 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 and pull out of it. Okay. Go for a vague base leg here. I'm not gonna follow the IS at all, I'm just gonna... Okay, I think the weather's kind of calmed down a bit. I just want to be on a nice descent here. Yeah, the weather's calmed down a small bit. Hayden, I dare you to do some circuits around Accra. If you're able. Get out a GA plane and do some circuits. This is some of the most interesting weather I've ever come across. I need to get the airspeed down so I can pull flaps. I'm also scared to pull flaps because it might result in a bit too much lift. It's something else for the wind to catch. Yeah, if anybody's got X-Plane and like Active Sky or something, or some sort of real weather add-on, or even P3D with some sort of real weather add-on, 100% recommend flying around Accra right now if you want some properly challenging weather. Is that Beechcraft anywhere nearby? Yes. So, is that it over there? So this is getting interesting. There's a Beechcraft in the area, and I need to be aware of its position. I'm gonna go for the full approach. Just in case that is the Beechcraft I'm seeing right there. It is. Okay, so I can't cut the approach. I have to come in behind the beach. Hey Ryan. Have I already said hello to you? I'll just bring it back up to 3,000. We'll try and bleed off some speed as we get there so that I can pull flaps. He seems to be having a much happier time in the King Air. Is he paused? Hey Ford. Okay, I can put out a notch of flaps. And that's going to introduce more lift, which is fine. I actually want as much lift as I can get just in case there is another stall. Bit more power in. How am I doing today? Mentally exhausted at this point. Because I have been fighting this plane for the last 2.5 hours. More or less. There was a period where it was all nice and stable and in level flight and in a nice cruise. But that has been left behind, and we're back into fighting the plane for every inch of forward motion. I'm not going around on this. Is the beach paused? I can't see the beach anywhere. I've lost sight of the King Air. Now, I can bring this in for a super slow approach, but I really actually don't want to. I'm gonna go extended downwind here. Or, I'm gonna go on a downwind. There's the beach. That looks suspiciously like he's paused. Looks horrible. It is horrible. It's fun, but horrible. Like I'm keeping it relatively stable at 3,000 right now. And by relatively I mean I'm fighting for every inch that I get, but still. Come on. Drop 200 feet. I'm gonna start base leg in a minute. Just drop another 100 feet. Trying to download Windows 7 version of 19 Windows 10 because laptop's done. That's not fun. Okay. Actually, Windows 7 version of FS19. FS19 doesn't have a Windows 7 specific version. Please tell me that King Air isn't paused. Because I'm going to come around on base leg now in a second. And let it build up more altitude just to manage speed here. Actually, I'll just pull out a bit of throttle. Just want to manage the speed. Does on the download page? That's very odd. Okay. Let's go base leg now. It's not going to be a very tight right-hand turn, but it's going to be a right-hand turn regardless. And if I spot that bloody King Air, I'm just going to fly straight through it. Okay. Should be on a rough base now. Except, yeah, we kind of are. Just get another right turn going here. Hold 3000, please. Okay. $2,000 miles on ETS today, made 150 grand. Very nice. I've done about 400 nautical miles today. 413 kilometers, I think it was. This leg over the past 2.5 hours. Slightly under that, actually, because I wasn't taking off at the very beginning of the stream. Okay, ILS is alive. It's slightly confused as to what this plane wants to do. Kind of popping in and out of glide slope. That King Air is bloody paused, so he is. Hub 19 works. You never played and you're made as a daddy. Very nice. Holding 80 knots now, reasonably steady. Gonna wait to intercept the localizer. That big white blob on the screen there is the King Air. The one to the right of it is the airport. This is, I think, the most difficult approach I've ever done just because of the weather. Okay, I do need to climb a bit. Or climb or hold steady, one of the two, not both. Definitely not descend. Come on. Still a little while off the localizer, so I can put in a bit more power, get a bit more airspeed. I'm doing my best to try and reach out as well. And not destroy my hand, because I've not hand flown for this long in quite a while. If ever. Usually when I do decent periods of hand flying, it's not this long at all. It's usually just me doing circuits somewhere or faffing about. I'm coming up to the localizer. King Air looks like it might have unpaused or disconnected. We're in death climb again. Okay, localizer's gonna start coming in a second. Get out of the climb. Get out of the updraft, come on. Okay, stall. And recover. Recover. Just build a bit of airspeed up, there we go. Actually above glide slope here, so I need to do a small bit of energy management. Have the runway in sight, but I get the sneaking suspicion that we're going to have some clouds in the middle of this descent, so I'm going to just stay on ILS, not go fully visual until then. Come on. Descend. Come on. Not that much. Localizer's coming in. Okay. Let's turn on to final. And you can see the wind just pushing the plane around. Okay, a bit more power. We need to descend. Climbing isn't something we want to be doing right now. Let's pull back power. Let's get back on glide slope. Glide slope's coming in. And pull back to get on the slope. Here we go. Don't mind descending a bit fast here. For the glide slope, I just want to be on it roughly. Because I'll probably end up in, a climb every so often. Come below slope, that's fine. We're on localizer, that's fine. Still got the runway in sight, we're good for that. Pull back power to 50%. Come on. I'm certain that I can land this, it's just trying to get the energy management such that I'm not landing it with insane speed and not being able to brake. By the way, I should mention, when the runway is wet, which this is bound to be, I'm still streaming? Yes. And in fact, this is the same flight. Come on. Okay, we got the energy down enough. Yeah, I'm happy with the speed. Let's throw another notch of flaps, try and just get a bit more lift going. Okay. I don't know if flaps are full or not. That's something I need to be aware of. Just put in a bit of throttle and get the nose down pitch going. Just need to do a steady, slow descent. Get this on the ground safely. Now, it is going to be a hard landing. That I'm telling you right now. It is not going to be butter, it is not going to be acceptable, it is going to be hard. Because I don't want to run the risk of an updraft catching the plane on the runway. So this is not going to be the prettiest landing in the world ever. We're actually coming down a bit below glide slope, so let's just level out a bit. Okay, there was another notch of flaps. Got the outer marker? That's what the beeping noise is. That's fine, that's not telling me something's wrong, that's telling me I'm actually on a good path here. I'm within the ILS. And we got a bit of a crab going. Let's just actually crab the plane a bit. Try and get this facing roughly into the wind. Come on. Come on, little Piper. 4 red. 1 white. All that good if it's 1 white, 3 red. 1 white, 3 red makes the runway, that's all I care about. Three red, 1 white. 3 white, 1 red. I do not care. As long as I make the runway, I will be quite happy. We do have white on the pappies. In fact, I think we've got 2 white. If we somehow have 2 white, 2 red on the pappies, that's almost definitely 3 white. If we somehow have the pappies happy, I will be amazed. Come on. Come on, you can do this. King Air's off the runway. Runway is clear. Ooh. And this guy's gonna have a good show to watch in a minute. Because this little Piper is gonna slam. Come on. 3 white. Come on, get those pappies happy. 2 red, 4 red suddenly. He's probably watching me like, what the hell is this guy doing? He's just bouncing around in the air. You think VF needs sleep? Probably. Come on. Whoa. Caught an updraft at a bad time there. We very nearly have the runway made. Hang on. I can't do anything right now. Come on. Thank you. Thank you. was a terrible landing, but I will count that as good. Because I was trying to manage a lot too much at once. I'm gonna guess the GA apron's over here somewhere. I've been handing my dinner as well, so I'm gonna finish the stream and have some spag bol. Has he stopped on the taxiway? Oh no, he's taxiing off now. Yawns the sky. After that landing, yeah. I don't think that was a boring landing at all. It was slow, it was hard, but it was one that you could definitely walk away from. This guy in the what looks to be a 172 seems to know where he's going, so I'm gonna follow him. Or I could, you know, kill the engine. That works too. Have I completely killed it? Left tank ran out of fuel. That was very close to complete death. I think we'll put into this space here and call it a stream. I will, in a very rare step, do a landing replay because I kind of want to see that again. So let's really quickly log out of AdSim. You're gonna hear a beep in a second. There we go. Let's make it daytime. And let's view... flight replay mode. And oh, you can't change the time of day during a replay. For a replay, that kind of sucks. I'm way too far out here. So this is real time that you're watching here. And unfortunately, it's very difficult to see. Look at the amount of nose down I had. Like, there's the runway. We're still quite a while off, I think. Yeah, this is fast forwarded, but look at the amount of input I was having to put in. Let's watch the landing itself, because there was a point here where I just said nuts to it and dumped it. So I'm way off centerline, wow. So did I put it down on centerline because I had to grab stuff immediately after. So I floated, just dumped it. That wasn't actually a terrible landing. But yeah, I'm gonna call that a stream. I was planning on doing extra legs, but that one completely destroyed me. I'll leave you by saying I've been Bidet. If you've been watching the World Tour, if you did enjoy, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.